Let's start. Government job or private job? Let's have a debate. All right. Which side do you want to take?
Obviously, ma'am, I am doing job in an IT company, so I have to choose private job. And you are a teacher, you can take government job. Okay.
Well, all right. I do not honestly get the hype of these government jobs and all, but okay, I can
So,
stand
did
for
you
anything.
participate any debate session?
How are you?
Yes, ma'am, I am doing well. Thank you for asking. How
Mhm.
about you, ma'am?
I am doing great. I am doing great. Okay, so I think in the last session we talked a lot about vocabulary, right? And
Yes.
fluency and how to articulate your thoughts properly. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are right.
Okay. Are you under the weather, by the way? I saw you coughing.
Actually, just I have had my dinner, so that's why I am getting cold too much. Yeah, weather is so
Mm.
freezing.
How cold is it? What's the temperature right now?
I did not check, but here weather is so cold.
I'll tell you, it's 7 degrees over here. So
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It might be less than
Okay.
that as well, but my laptop can record 7 degrees as of now. So it might be colder than that as well because in the campus, usually the temperature goes below the normal temperature because of the greenery and all, right? So,
Okay. So actually, ma'am, just I joined right now. It is 11 almost. So have you had your dinner?
of course. I don't eat late. I eat by 10 at most. I of course my mess will be closed by now. Right. Okay. So in the last session we had a great discussion about vocabulary, advanced vocabulary especially, right? Fluency and then grammatical errors. Am I right?
Yes,
Do
yes,
you
ma'am. You
remember
are.
the words that I taught you in the last session?
Yes, you gave me a lots of advanced vocabulary. Okay.
Hmm.
And I learned so many things
Okay.
from
Tell
you.
me tell me
Okay.
three words that you learned last in the last session.
One is diversity,
Hmm.
diverse.
Diversity. Diverse. Mm-hmm.
Another is various,
Various is not a new word, but okay.
and you gave me another word, profession.
Profession. I mean, these are all common words. However, do you remember what I said for that? I think you're talking about. I think you're talking about syrup. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
So,
date syrup.
date
And what
syrup.
is good called? Good in English?
Jaggery.
Jaggery. Very good, very good. You can recall the words. Very good. So that's
Ma'am,
what I was trying to check.
today I edited that video 2 to 3 times. So I remember each and everything. How can I forget it? Actually, tomorrow I'll upload this video on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So your YouTube channel is finally back on track?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, great, great, lovely. All right. So what do you want to discuss today? Tell me.
Actually, ma'am, today I am going to discuss with you subject verb agreement. There are so many learners who wants to learn this kind of things from certified tutors. So you are a certified
Hmm.
tutors, I'm a learner. Once I
Hmm.
upload this kind of video on my YouTube channel, so there are so many learners who are not able to
Hmm.
attend this kind of session, so they can easily learn from this video. So
Right, right.
I want to learn from you subject verb agreement. If possible, give me some tasks. Okay. So,
Okay. Now let's keep the grammar for the last 10 minutes. Okay. All
okay.
right. Or last 5 or 7 minutes. Okay. We'll do 5 sentences with subject verb agreement. I'll give you the sentences. You'll have to fill in the blanks mostly. Okay. Or tell me
Okay.
what is the right answer that goes with that. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Surely.
subject verb agreement, usually people make mistakes because, see, there are multiple videos on YouTube where you get to know the concept, right? But while you speak, you can't remember those rules. Okay.
Yes.
So the best thing, in subject verb agreement, I had a lot of difficulty. I was learning this in fourth or fifth grade, I remember. And what happened was that I just couldn't. While writing, I was okay. I was doing great. But while speaking, I was always making mistakes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So subject verb agreement is one thing which comes with a lot of practice. I will give you sentences, you can fill in the right blanks, but I'm pretty sure you can do it correctly because you'll have the
Okay.
time to think when you talk about individual sentences,
Yes.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just that the simple concept is when it's I, you, right? Or any kind of singular subject, then there is an S at the end of the verb, right?
Yes.
She does, he does, but they, plural, do,
Do. I do.
right?
You do.
Exactly. But second, they, I, you, we always do. Okay? But third person singular, he or she does.
He, she, name it.
Yes. He, she does. This is third person singular. And they
Yes.
is third person plural. Right? Also, one more thing. Nowadays, due to the debate about you, if you go on Chat GPT, one of my learners raised this concern. Due to the debate about gender and sexuality and all of these things, people have been terming they as a neutral pronoun for a single person. Okay, a
Okay.
gender neutral pronoun. So if you are not mentioning a group of people as they and mentioning a single person as they, then you can use they does. Okay.
Oh
Sorry,
my
they
God.
do.
Really?
Sorry, no, no, not they're not they do. Sorry, they do as well. In that case also
Okay.
you have to use they do.
Okay.
Okay, it's not they does. I'm so sorry, I just mentioned it by mistake. It's they do.
Hmm.
All right. So it does not change according to the gender that you're trying to mention, the singular or plural. Okay. So do not think
Okay.
that, okay, if I'm
But
mentioning one person, I will use they does. Okay.
no,
I got it.
data is impossible to, I mean to say, whenever we use they, so that time always we use they are.
Yes, or they do. Right.
Yeah, they
So one of
do.
my learners raised this concern. She said that they is being used as a singular pronoun. So should we use they does or they do? Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I said that no, you have to use they do either ways because they, even though it's singular, you have to use they do.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, ma'am, these days there are so many people, they want to learn English from ChatGPT, but sometimes they get confused which one correct or
Exactly.
which one incorrect. So if
Exactly.
any tutor help them that time, so they can easily understand what is actually correct and what is actually incorrect.
Exactly. That is why my learner was also confused. And because the third person singular verbs were he, she, and they. And my learner asked me, how is they a third person singular verb? Right? So that is
Okay.
why I just cleared it out. The most important thing is that whenever there is singular verb, there's does, eats, he or she eats, he or she goes, I go, you go, they go, we go. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. This is the
So
basic
now
concept. Other.
give me a sentence.
All right, I'll give you a difficult sentence. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
The poet and the scholar dash arrived. Has or have?
The poet has.
The poet and the scholar dash arrived. Has or have?
Have. Have. Because the poet scholars,
The poet
because
and the scholar has arrived.
and the scholar, here you use is. You mention here is.
No, no, I said has arrived. So, what are you saying? I couldn't get you. Can you please come again?
Uh, the scholar, a poet and scholars.
Not scholars. I didn't say scholars. I said the poet and the scholar dash arrived. Okay, and your answer
Okay.
was correct. It's have arrived. Okay, and not has arrived because there are two different people, the poet and the scholar. But if I
Yes.
say the poet and scholar dash arrived,
Because here
then can
use
you guess?
an scholar. Okay, that's why I have to use here has.
Correct. Because poet and scholar is referring to one single person. A person can be
Yes.
a poet and scholar together, right? It's not like if a person is a chef, they cannot be a good academician, right? So similarly,
Yes.
if you say the poet and the scholar, then there are two different people, two different
Hmm.
units. But the poet and scholar, same person. That is why you're using has.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma'am.
I've given you a
If
sentence and you have
possible, give
performed
me
well.
some. If possible, so please give me some, normal sentences. It will good for me because I am unable to remember each and every quotation. So maybe I'll be confused which
You
verb
know
I have
what?
to use.
Let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. Let's have a conversation, okay? Or let's do an activity or an extempore or something, and then I'll see whether you're making mistakes in subject verb agreement. I'll be very
Yes.
cautious. I'll be all ears, right? I'll be very meticulous as well. So if you are making any small errors, minor errors as well, I will let you know. Okay,
Okay,
I hope
ma'am.
the basic
Sure.
concept is clear. I mean, even for the basic concept, there are multiple videos on YouTube. You can refer to
Yeah,
any
my
grammar book.
basic concept
But
is already clear.
yes,
So
exactly. The
we
thing is
can
that
do some activity.
exactly. All right. So I will give you a topic. I remember in the last session you're talking about your job and all, right? Have you ever talked about job satisfaction?
We can discuss about private job or a government job. Which one good? We can do debate with each
Which
other.
one good or which one
Which
is
one?
good?
Which which one is good?
But both of these are good things. When you're comparing two things, what do you use? Two things. You're comparing two things.
A government
Which
job
one
and
is
private job.
better? Which one is better, not
Yeah,
good,
which one is better?
right?
Okay.
If
Yes.
you're earning money, it's good already. But which
Yes.
one is better? You're comparing two things. So which one is better than the other? Correct?
Okay.
Degrees of
Okay.
comparison, remember? Comparative degree. Not
Yes.
say not positive degree, not
Yes,
superlative
ma'am.
degree as well. Comparative degree. Okay. So let's start. Government job or private job? Let's have a debate. All right. Which side do you want to take?
Obviously, ma'am, I am doing job in an IT company, so I have to choose private job. And you are a teacher, you can take government job. Okay.
Well, all right. I do not honestly get the hype of these government jobs and all, but okay, I can
So
stand
did
for
you
anything.
participate any debate session ever?
Absolutely, I have.
Okay, so we can do here one thing. We can do debate just like there are so many news channel. They do debate with each other, and after that they are fighting with each other. No, 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 you are wrong. I'm right. Okay, so we can do this kind of thing. It means how can I elaborate my thing? Okay, now I choose private job, and you already choose government job. So
Yes,
we can
I
start
am
our
going for
conversation.
government jobs. You're going for private jobs, right? So, first of all, I will ask you, since this is your session, you have to speak. It's not about me, right? And I
Yes.
think I've spoken a lot already. So, you have to talk about private jobs, the benefits, and why you think private jobs are better than government jobs. And then I'll just present my counterpoints. That's all.
Okay, so according to me, madam, private job is very good job. Here is lots of opportunities. Okay, just like health insurance, um, and mm, we can learn so many things from our seniors each and every days. By but if I uh, compare government job, so government employee they cannot learn anything from their senior because they are doing same work each and every days. So they are become a um, how can I elaborate my thing? Actually, they will not improve their self. But if I
Right.
talked
They are
about
not very dynamic.
yes, if I talked about private employee, so day by day they are learning so many things. After that,
Mhm.
they implement those things in their life. Even who are private employee, they are doing more work for their organization. But if I talked about government employee, they are not doing more work for their organization. Just like you are a school teacher, I believe maybe you are not, you are giving your 100%, but whatever I am giving for my industry, for my office, maybe you are not giving your, the time. It means, suppose I am giving my 9 hours for my uh, office, but maybe you are giving your 5 hours or 6 hours for your school. So mm, I think private job is good as compared to government job. What's your opinion? What do you think about
Just
private
just this much.
employees?
I only saw two important points being made. One is the health insurance and other facilities, right? And the second one is the working overtime, and the third one is, I think, the scope for evolution or development, right? Three
Yes.
things. Okay.
So,
So
but
first of all,
ma'am,
mhm.
okay, okay, please tell me. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm just going to present my counterpoints. First of all, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
the
you can tell me.
time. Yes, the time of work doesn't really matter. It's the quality time that you need to give, not in terms of quantity. So, if you quantify the work hours, of course, the working hours would be more for the private companies. But if the quality is considered, then if you can get the work done in 6 hours, whatever your job description is, if you can fulfill that in 6 hours, then I guess you're good to go. Secondly, of course, you talk about health insurance and other facilities which you can get from your private companies, but you also have to understand the stability and the security in terms of finances that government jobs give you, right? Private companies can run out of business at any point, and they can also, the system of hiring new people and firing the old ones goes on and on. So you have to make your mark in that industry, and you have to make sure that you are indispensable or irreplaceable, right? And to do that, it takes a lot of time, lot of experience. In case of government jobs, I'm pretty sure until and unless you do something that's illegal or something that's criminal offense, that's a criminal offense, you won't be fired. So there's a stability and security in that case. And the third point that I would like to say is that about the learning new things. Well, government employees, since they have to devote less time, as you said, since they have to devote less time to their work, they can learn a lot of new things and find more time for other activities that they're interested in. For private work, for private companies, people who are working professionals in private companies, it becomes very difficult to maintain a work life balance, which is easier for the government employees. Thank you. That's all.
But ma'am, I disagree with you. There
Mhm.
are so many private employee, they can change their job easily. But who are government employee who don't likes to do their job. Okay, they want to change their profession, but they have compulsion. They cannot change their profession, but because they are doing government job. So government job you cannot get easily, but private job you can get easily. So anytime, anywhere you can get a private job. Okay, anytime you can join private job. So there are so many people and who are mm, wanderlust. Just like I'm a wanderlust boy. I love traveling. Okay,
Mhm.
if I want 1 month for my vacation, so I can resign my job, then I can go to any mountain or sea beaches. But as a
Mhm.
government employee, you have lots of responsibility. Okay,
Mhm.
so you cannot take 1 month holiday. So you don't
Mhm.
have this kind of opportunities, but I have this kind
Mhm.
of opportunities. I can change my job easily. Okay, and you told me just few minutes ago, Suman Das, if you do any crime, so your organization can easily fire you. But here I would like to mention you something, who are government employee, so they can easily fire by their organization if they do any wrong thing with anyone, because government
Mhm.
is so strict. So I can say in private sector and government sector, if they want, it means if your organization or if my organization wants, I have to fire him, so they can easily do this thing, do this work. Okay, and they have lots of power, so they can do whatever they want. Okay,
Mhm.
so according to me, government job is not good, private job is good. Okay.
Okay, great. So, as you got to put across your views, I mean, there are many points that I would disagree with, right? And I'm taking a stand for government jobs, so I'm taking it. Even though I don't get the hype, there are a lot of people around me or a lot of my friends who are preparing for government examinations, and I really don't get the hype there. There's such a craze going on around. It's not government job; it's government jobs. Government.
Government job.
Yes, you have been
Oh,
pronouncing it all wrong. I have pronounced it,
yes.
I've pronounced it, tried to pronounce it correctly every time so that you could
Because you
recognize
are a
it.
government employee and I am a private employee. This is the
I
difference
am not a
between us.
government employee. I am
But
not a government employee.
right now, you have chosen,
Hmm.
government employee, and I have chosen, private employee. So that's
Uh-huh.
why you can think.
Still,
Right now,
I
you are a
am not a
government
government
employee.
employee. Still, I am defending the government jobs as if it's my life depends on it.
Oh, really? Actually,
But it's not that people who are in government jobs can't take leaves. I see my professors. There are professors who take a leave for a month or even for a year. There are professors who are on leaves for a month or for a year, 2 months, 3 months, and they go on holidays or they go and explore different parts of India
but
and write their
how?
research papers. That's what it is. You have to choose your job effectively.
Yes. Even,
Correct.
ma'am, I saw there are so many government employees, they are getting less salary as compared to private employee. There are
Hmm.
so many colleagues who are getting 2 lakhs rupees, 3 lakhs rupees in my organization. Okay, so I think uh, private employee they can easily earn lots of money. So here is no any foundation, but government already fixed their
Bound limitations.
government fix their salary limitation. Okay,
Hmm.
so you cannot get more money from government, but
No, when you
if you
get
want
promoted, you can.
if you want to earn money more, so you should join private sector, then you can earn lots of money, especially IT sector.
Great. So we had a great debate today, and you have defended the IT sector and private jobs as if, I mean, of course, you are getting your bread and butter. You're making ends meet by working in a private sector, and that's amazing, right? I would like to conclude. The concluding statement is that be it a government job or a private job, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, it doesn't really matter, right? As
Yes,
long as you're satisfied with it, it doesn't really matter.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so the
Yes,
last and the most important thing that we should derive from this debate is that whatever you are doing, you have to love it, right? You have to enjoy
yes,
it. Love
yes,
what you
ma'am.
do or
Actually,
do what
ma'am,
you love.
when I described each and everything with you, so I had immense confidence. Okay, so
Hmm.
I